I said yes again. That's right. Yes to Max. Max called me. I was just watering the plants again in my living room here, and he called and asked, and I said yes. Do we go on another hike? Why not? Hiking is healthy. I have some spare time currently, so let's go hiking. Yeah, sure. Let's get ourselves a challenge. Visit a nice place. But when I talk on this channel about hiking, it's important because I still want to learn something new, get motivated, and celebrate good news and positive outcomes. Sustainability is an important part of our channel, and hiking has its spot there amongst the interesting things we can learn. For example, number one is earthing. What's that? What on earth is earthing? The health benefits of being out in nature, and crazy names in Victoria, because we have surely some. Our aim was to go to the Four Brothers Rock. That's a funny name, I thought. The Four Brothers Rock. And I literally can imagine how, for the first time, someone who spoke English, at least not an Aboriginal, someone who spoke English, went for the first time to that place and thought, well, we need to name this place. Look how nice it is. How do we name it? And then the other one said, well, it looks like, I don't know, 4 stones. Do you remember Greg's four siblings? Yeah, let's name it like that. Look at him. That's one of them. That's George. That's Greg and his little brother there. So let's name them the Four Brothers Rocks. And it doesn't stop there. There are a lot of very strange names in Victoria. Let me give you a few examples. There is, and you don't want to go there, there is Mount Terrible. Mount Terrible. You can go to Valhalla, the old place of the gods of the north. You can go to the Robin Hood Reserve, but you also can go to the Teddy Bear's Gap. Teddy Bear's Gap, it's a mountain. Or Ding-a-Ding. Ding-a-Ding. Let's go to Ding-a-Ding. That sounds interesting. There are a lot of interesting names I could mention, and we visited the Four Brothers Rocks, and we also visited the Ship Rock Waterfalls. Very nice spot. And again, above all, what's important when you go out into nature is that you come back not only physically challenged, but full of creative ideas, thoughts. You know, something special happens when you are outside. I'm still wondering about Australia's nature because it's so different from Europe. Everything is different. The trees, the animals, you hear the sounds of the birds, everything reminds you that Australia is a faraway special place, very different from Europe, for example. But just being outside changes something, and that's an encouragement for everyone, even in our daily lives, especially if we live in a big city. We should get out into nature. Perhaps there is a park in your neighborhood. You can go for a walk, for a run, for a hike, even just in the afternoon. Just half an hour will do the trick, and you will feel a difference. Just right away when you feel tired, when you think my productivity level goes down, you should get out into nature. And if you want to try out something new, I read this idea I want to share about earthing. Now, as the name says, we connect with the earth. So spending time in nature with bare feet will ward off some of our negative emotions. There are a lot of health benefits. Look here of this. Regulates cortisol, that's the stress hormone. Neutralizes free radicals, reduces inflammation, reduces stress, improves sleep, helps reduce pain, shifts the body from the stress, fight or flight mode to the restorative rest and digest mode. All this just by barefoot walking. I don't know, I'm not that a big fan of walking barefoot anywhere other than on the beach in summer. But perhaps there is something to it. I thought I should take it more seriously. Perhaps not in the bush, because in our Australian bush you can't sit down anywhere. When you go for a hike, you just stand up for the whole time, or you sit on a specific designed bench where you can sit, because otherwise not in the bush, because there are ants, maybe spiders, maybe a snake somewhere around. But even just the ants are big like this. They bite a toe off if you are not careful and you walk barefoot through the bush. But there are people who walk barefoot through the bush. I remember the indigenous cultures, they do that. We are such a generation, lost the connection. Maybe I try it more often. I should do it. Why not? Maybe you should try it too, and let me know in a comment below what you think about earthing. I came across this on an interesting app. The app is called A World in Support of Action Now, the 17th UN Nations Global Goals. And how you can get involved in those. The app describes it. I highly recommend it. You should have a look at it and embark on a journey. Well, hope you enjoy today's walk. See you next time. Until then, bye.